I really wish in that moment you would have, like, right when he entered the stage, peeled off the gloves, you would have just looked at him and been like, a bit dramatic, but okay.
Oh, say, can you sing? I can't.
Do you sometimes sing Let It Go in the shower?
In the shower, best reverb of all time.
I finally found him.
I finally found her,
and I'll never be.
It is so great to
I
talk
just
to you.
adore you.
We have a video of you working on Firefly Lane from home, so let's see the video.
Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, action.
I mean, take that when Harry met Sally. like that's our 7 from Friends. Like, yeah. That's so. So the kids are used to shouting coming from the other room now. So you're in the clear.
You gotta wonder what they were thinking.
Yeah, you can just now always say you were working. Oh, we were working on a project.
Yeah. No, my Adelaide said to me the other day that she and Nayli give each other a look when they hear something weird. And I said, what do you mean by weird? Like, what do you hear that's weird? And she was like, well, you know, if we hear like shouting or you and Dad laughing really hard or, you know, there's something always about you grabbing Dad's butt. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Maybe we should be more quiet about these things.
Oh my God. Or show them how fun relationships sound. What did you have to learn to love about yourself when you were a kid? Like, other than like your eyebrows, we are weird like aesthetic things, but anything like personality-wise? I feel like a lot of creative people were always kind of introverted at first.
I think we all have our insecurities, and for me, body image was a really big thing. And I've been very vocal and open about my experiences with eating disorders and just how now my fiance, you know, is so supportive, and it's like finding new ways to feel centered and not reverting back to old ways. And I think it's so admirable for both of you to be such strong advocates of talking about things that a lot of people think are taboo or shameful. It's like, we all just need to say that we all go through these things and we're not crazy and no one of us is alone, you know? And I just think that we all have those little things.
Yeah, and I also think that we're always, I literally just was talking about this yesterday with someone. I was like, well, I'm always like working on being the better version of myself, or the better, you know what I'm saying? There's always got to be a better, I don't know, I like progressing or whatever. So I don't think that therapy is so good for everybody. Like,
it's one of the good things now about social media. There's so many bad things, I think, that make us feel isolated about like technology and social media. But actually, to that point, like breaking that taboo, the more people reach out and say, hey, I'm feeling this way. And then you feel that swell of love, whether you're in the public eye or not, to say like, I've been there, you know, I know what you feel like. There's actually been a really amazing community of people to say like, I got you. And that's been a cool thing to see.
Yeah.
That's amazing, Josh, because that's actually the community that I found on my social media platforms, which inspired me to write my book, because all these people were reaching out, talking about their insecurities and prefacing it by saying, oh, but you're an actress, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. And I'm thinking, I'm an actress and I know 100% what you're talking about, and let me tell you why. And it just inspired me to then share my story, because none of us are above sharing our stories.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So in your book, you talk about what happened to you at the Super Bowl. Can you tell that story? Because, I mean, I have had to do that at the Super Bowl as well, and it is already nerve-wracking. Can you tell everybody what happened?
Yeah, I was, what year was it? It was 1990, I think it was 6. I think it was 1995. Super Bowl 29. And I was asked to sing the national anthem, which is a, you know, huge honor. And yet at the same time, it's terrifying. I mean, that goes worldwide, and you don't even want to. Barry Manilow had said to me right before I did it, he did it the year before, and Barry's been a great friend through all these years. And he said, Kathy, no matter what you do not look up at the scoreboard and look at how many people are going to be watching. Don't do it.
Oh,
don't
good Lord, don't tell her that.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you the story. It was, you know, we have something called final looks in our business, which is we're ready to go. Hair, makeup, get over there, do whatever final touches you're going to do, because we're ready. And so my hairdresser, by mistake, does hairspray on me and goes in my right eye. boom, right in my right eye. And I'm going blinded from that. And then my makeup artist is working on me on the other side, and she has a
wand.
A mascara wand,
Yeah.
boom, right into my left eye. So I'm walking out like they had to lead me. By, you know, they don't wait for you at the Super Bowl.
Nope.
So they're leading me out, and I can hear everybody screaming. I can hear all this noise, and I'm going, oh, Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me. I get there, and then, of course, the orchestration starts. The band, you can hear the orchestra, full orchestra, and it's time for me to sing, of all the lyrics, oh, say, can you sing? And I'm going, no, I can't sing.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Glennon, you write about the public fallout from your divorce. I'm obviously going through one right now. It's horrible. There are so many hard parts. The hardest for me is the kids. That's the hardest for me. You know, I think as women especially, we're trained, Alicia and I were talking earlier, to take it all on and you can deal with it and you're fine, but it's your babies that you worry about. So what was the hardest part? Because you also did it publicly. You know, and that's a hard thing as well. What was the hardest part getting through all of that?
Yeah, so I think no matter how public things are, the hardest part of divorce is always the kids, right? We're trained to believe that what we have to avoid at all costs is a broken family, and that a broken family is a divorce. What I came to believe is this. I stayed in a broken marriage for a long time for my children, and one day I was looking at my daughter and I thought, oh my God, I am staying in this marriage for her, but would I want this marriage for her? And if I would not want this marriage for her, then why am I modeling bad love and calling that good mothering, right?
Yes.
And the reason is because we've all been trained to believe that a good mother is a martyr, right? That what a mother does is just slowly dies, right? Hides her ambition and buries her feelings and buries her sexuality and her dreams and in honor of her children. And we know that that's the worst legacy we can pass on to our kids, which is why Carl Jung said there is no greater burden on a child than the unlived life of a parent.
Yeah.
Not a divorce, the unlived life of a parent. So, you know, I didn't leave a bad marriage in spite of being a mother. I left because I'm a good mother, right? And because a good mother is a model, not a martyr.
Well, and it's so interesting that you brought that line. That's the book. That's my favorite in your book. That's my favorite line from it because, and not to put this on you, it was just one of those things. It was that thing I needed to see to make a step in my life, and not just for me, but also for my current husband. I'm like, this isn't happiness, you know, for both of us, you know, like I feel both of us deserve better, and neither one of us would want this for our children. And it was like reading that line, like so hit home for me, and not selfishly, but for the family. It's like, well, I don't want this for anyone in this scenario right now. And it was just such a powerful piece of knowledge that seems so logical, but it's never been worded like that to me. So, I mean, thank you so much. You really, I said this in the break before you came on, but I know you get this because you get so many people just raving about you and probably in tears saying thank you so much and you've changed their lives and everything. But it is such a superpower that you have to be able to help lead others to theirs. It's just it's a beautiful thing you do.
Saturday Night Live, there's so many New York moments that it's been crazy for me to even think about. But probably one of my biggest and most fond memories was the SNL 40th anniversary party.
Yeah.
The after parties are always fun, but this after party was the 40th anniversary, and everyone who was anyone, it was just crazy amount of people were there. And as soon as I walked in, Paul McCartney was calling my name to go on stage. And he was there with Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi. And I got on stage, and Dan Aykroyd said, "Kid, I've done this for 40 years. It's your turn. You got to rock this party." And so there was no band. It was just me and Paul McCartney and Dan. We did one, and we just had people come up from the crowd and play and jam out and play songs. And the end of the night, we're on stage singing with Bill Murray and Chris Rock and Chappelle. And Dave Chappelle goes to me, "Jimmy, if you ask nicely, I think he's here. But if you ask, you could probably get Prince to come up."
What?
And so at the end of the night, I just go, and this was like probably 2, 3 in the morning. I go, "Prince, if you're there, I'd love to have you come up and sing a song, blah, blah." and all of a sudden the crowd parted, and this purple smoke, I swear it's like true. It's almost like his legs were not touching the ground. His legs were just kind of floating, and he was floating across the room, and I go, oh my goodness, and he comes up, and he peels off these gloves, and he hands me his gloves, and I hand him a guitar, and not only does he play, he plays Let's Go Crazy.
Oh my gosh. I really wish in that moment you would have, like, right when he entered the stage, peel off the gloves, you would have just looked and been like, a bit dramatic, but okay.
Yeah.
Because that would have been everything.
I guess we're gonna do this. He rocked the house. It crushed. It was epic.
That's so cool too, and I don't know, I've sang a bunch on this now, but I've never like hosted it, and I don't know if I will now because I was in New York when Blake Shelton hosted it, and it's so much time that y'all all spend together. I mean, y'all are like family, like nonstop. So I can imagine that kind of party where you've got everybody there and you're celebrating all these friendships that are like deep friendships. Y'all are around each other all the time.
You live with each other basically at Saturday Night Live. I mean, we were kind of, it's like a dorm room. It's like Horatio Sands and I were office mates, and we had blankets there. We'd stay up all night trying to write. And I remember Dan Aykroyd coming in just to say, hi, you're the new guys? I just want to say hello to you guys. And we're like freaking out. It was Dan Aykroyd, like, oh my gosh. He's like, do you want me to show you where me and John used to go? I go, okay. And he goes, we had all the keys to all these rooms in SNL, and he brought me and Horatio into someone's office, snuck through their window, and we're out on the 11th floor, and there's like grass up there, and like a koi pond. It's the weirdest spot.
What?
And him and John used to go up there and write.
Yeah, they're doing what do they call that? What did we call that on tour? A safety meeting. That's everybody always said, oh, they're at a safety meeting. It's like, okay. So Josh also did musical theater as a kid. We both actually did. Not many people know this, but Josh was a guest on the pilot episode of the show because he's super cool and nice and totally came and did me a solid. But we talked about our musical theater backgrounds, and we realized something strange as we talked. Take a look.
I remember thinking though when I first was introduced to musical theater, oh, we're just all cool with like, she's just gonna break out in song like as if it's normal.
Oh,
like
yeah.
she's just like talking and
That's
then
the thing.
I'm feeling a song, so I'm just gonna do that. I kind of thought that was awkward.
It is awkward, and people who are sometimes a little weird about...
Is it me? Or is it just the way he smiles that leaves me breathless?
How can I not tell her that I love her?
So like Idina Menzel, that is crazy.
Crazy, right? I mean,
crazy.
Yeah, she is.
You got to tour with Idina Menzel.
We're
I mean, she got to tour Josh Groban.
No. We are about to hit the road together. She is truly.
Oh, you're about to.
We're about to hit the road.
I thought you just did.
No, we're about to do it. No, she's just unbelievable. You know it. You know how it is.
She's
just.
And all at once, my life starts to have meaning.
And all at once,
I can't ever look back. But crazy that y'all are gonna be there at the same time, right? Because like,
same time.
You're gonna get to sing "Let It Go," possibly.
Let It Go. Well, I don't know. I mean, she sings "Let It Go," and I just listen. I just go back and listen.
I would like to hear you sing "Let It Go."
I would like to hear myself sing "Let It Go," but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta let those dreams go.
Do you sometimes sing "Let It Go" in the shower?
In the shower, best reverb of all time.
I finally found him.
I finally found her,
and I'll never be. It is so great to talk to you.
I just adore you.
You're so awesome. I totally forgot that.
I also forgot.
I love you so much for doing that. I just remembered after watching that, he literally learned that right before we did it. Like we put that together right before we did it, and you were so game.
Well, you only gave me one line. I mean, it was
whatever.
And look, you've graduated from stools to look at this beautiful couch.
And look, and I have a band now, like a full band.
Gosh.
It's all amazing.
We could do it.
Look what you helped me accomplish.
Oh no, listen, that
you did this.
it was an
Groban.
honor to be there then, and it is now.